Cruz. Alabama State making the trek from Montgomery north to Knoxville to take them. But it is a cool, crisp night, just in the low 50s with the wind blowing out of the yard from left to right. Nelson Stadium. At Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Isaiah Landry, the sophomore center fielder, digs in as Russell strides and fires, and we are underway here in Knoxville. Isaiah Landry at the top of the order, followed by Juan Cruz batting second. Cameron Douglas in the 3-hole. DJ Smiley, the cleanup hitter for the Hornets, followed by Mikael Pryor. Alex Espaillat bats 6. Luke Parmentier batting 6. Ball 1 outside. Cruz, the sophomore, out of Apopka, Florida. The reigning SWAC Freshman of the Year, first team selection and preseason all-conference here in 2025. Comes into tonight hitting .440. And skies it high in the air down the right field line. Reese Chapman, the Tennessee right fielder, is there. And there are 2 down in the inning. We'll set the Volunteer defense for you here in the first. Jay Abernathy out in left. Hunter Ensley patrolled center field. Reese Chapman just got into the action out in right. It's Stone Lawless behind the plate. Dalton Bargo at third. Dean Curley at short. Chris Newstrom at second. And Andrew Fisher at first. Around the horn with A.J. Russell cruising in the first. Strike one called to Cameron Douglas. Douglas, a junior, hitting .320 on the year. Georgia State transfer. Jam shot, left side, foul ball. And so it's no balls and 2 strikes. Everyday starter. Douglas this season, 41 hits. And 19 of those have gone for extra bases, including 7 home runs, which is second on the team. Efficient so far for A.J. Russell on the hill. He has not thrown more than 1 inning this season. And if he keeps the pitch count low, perhaps can work a couple. Tony Vitello and company will like to rotate in as many arms as they can here tonight. His 0-2 on the way. Just upstairs. Russell, a preseason All-American. Freshman All-American a couple years ago for Tennessee. And missed a lot of last year. It started this year with Tommy John surgery. Strike 3 swinging. High check work. He's given up 10 earned runs. 10 walks, 16 strikeouts for Will Smith, who faces a Tennessee offense that puts up 10 runs a game on average. Dean Curley takes ball 1. Dean Curley, the leadoff man for the Vols, followed by Blake Grimmer batting second. Hunter Ensley in the 3 spot. Andrew Fisher bats cleanup. Dalton Bargo hitting 5th, and Reese Chapman in the 6 hole. Chris Newstrom, the second baseman, bats 7th, followed by Jay Abernathy batting 8th. And Stone Lawless batting 9th to round out the batting order for the 5th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers. Curley, the superstar sophomore, on the 1-1. Flares a souvenir into the seats. Ball and 2 strikes. Curley hitting .320 this season through the first 32 games. He started all of them. 3 doubles, a triple, and 9 home runs out of that top spot in the order to go along with 29 runs batted in. Good pitch, just off the plate from Smith. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Will Smith, a transfer from Eastern Florida State College, now his 2nd season for the Hornets. Did start 1 game last year as part of his 17 appearances. Went 2-2 on the 2024 season in just over 31 innings. High hopper to third. Parmentier to first. A nice pick by Cruz. And there's 1 down in the home first. Set the Alabama State defense for you behind Smith on the hill. Kelvin Augusto out in left. Isaiah Landry patrolling center. Cameron Douglas out in right. Just saw Luke Parmentier on the hot corner at third. Kyler McIntosh at short. Alex Espaillat at second. Over at first is Juan Cruz. As DJ Smiley frames up the first offering behind the plate with Will Smith on the hill. No balls and a strike on Blake Grimmer. Third start of the season for the freshman. Getting the DH nod here tonight. Grimmer, a redshirt freshman out of Spring Lake, Michigan. Had a great outing last Tuesday against Tennessee Tech. And ahead, 2 balls and a strike. 500 batting average, 8 for his first 16. And 4 of those 8 have left the yard, 14 RBIs. Three balls and 1 strike. Grimmer 2 for 4 last Tuesday against the Golden Eagles at Tennessee Tech. A 2-run homer in the first. And a green light count here with the wind blowing out of the park. On the 3-1, Grimmer takes ball 4. One on, one out for Tennessee here in the home first. It brings up the redshirt senior captain, Hunter Ensley. .371 hitter for the Tennessee center fielder. And he leads the team with 40 RBIs here in 2025. Comes into tonight riding a 12-game hit streak. And has been on base in 30 in a row. One and one. Two balls and a strike. Ensley, a redshirt senior out of Huntington, Tennessee, had a huge weekend against Texas A&M. A couple of long balls, including a 3-run blast and the no-hit run roll victory Friday night. Takes the breaking ball upstairs, back-to-back 3-1 counts. Six home runs on the year for Hunter Ensley. Takes ball 4. Meeting between the battery mates up on the hill. We'll see how long Will Smith goes here tonight, making his first start of the season. Smith last pitched on Saturday, an inning and a third of relief against Alabama A&M. The longest outing of the year is 3 innings. He's done that a couple of times. But some early traffic against one of the most potent offenses in college baseball. And the man striding to the plate is a big part of it. Andrew Fisher, ready and waiting. Third college for Andrew Fisher, who began at Duke, then went to Ole Miss, And now in his first season at Tennessee is hitting .305 with a team-high 13 long balls. Green light count. On the 2 in the order for Alabama State, as they face the Tennessee right-hander who had a couple of strikeouts and a flyout as part of a 9-pitch first. Into left field, Abernathy awaits. One down.
Now batting number 23, Mikel Pryor.
One quick out, the base is empty for Mikel Pryor, the Bama State DH. Pryor, the senior. One of 3 here in the order tonight. Second year now at Alabama State after transferring in from Wallace State Huntsville Community College. No balls and 2 strikes. Has worked his way into more of a bigger role in the order. Just 5 games with 4 starts last year for Bama State. Now fully healthy in 2025, getting his 15th start of the year. Pryor, .279 hitter. 3 extra base hits, all doubles, to go along with 10 ribbies. Russell's 1-2 is jammed on the right side. Fisher corrals and wins the foot race. Clean bounce with the awkward spin on the turf. Andrew Fisher takes care of it himself, 3 unassisted. And the efficient outing continues for A.J. Russell. Just 6 pitches here in the second. He's already gotten a couple of outs as Alex Espaillat digs in. Espaillat, the freshman. Late on the fastball at 93. .364 hitter for Alex Espaillat, the freshman out of Seminole, Florida. Seminole High product. Five doubles, 3 triples to lead the team, and 1 home run for the speedy second baseman, who awaits the 1-1. Rides high, 2 balls and a strike. And the count quickly evens at 2-2. Russell's worked out of the stretch as fans continue to file in at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Went with the breaking ball and dumped it down the line. 2-out base knock for Espaillat. Alabama State does not steal many bases. No attempts this year for Espaillat. A veteran in Knoxville, Will Smith, back to work for Bama State and faces Dalton Bargo, who takes ball 1. Smith got out of a jam in the first. Tennessee had runners on first and second with just 1 out thanks to a couple of walks. But a 4-6 double play. He closed the book on the home first, and Smith got out unscathed. was the 27th double play of the season, turned by Alabama State. But the issue that plagued Smith in the first, seen here early in the second, behind 2-0, and Bargo fouls away the offering. Dalton Bargo, the junior, hitting .349, getting his 22nd start now in game 33 of the year. 7 doubles, a triple, 9 homers, and 21 RBIs. It was a slow start to the season for Dalton Bargo, but he's been red hot since the start of SEC play. He's hitting .439 in league play. That's third in the conference. An 11-game hit streak coming into tonight. And he's aboard with a leadoff walk. Third walk issued tonight by Will Smith in the first 5 batters he's faced. And early traffic on the base paths for Reese Chapman, the Tennessee junior. Ball and no strikes. Chapman hitting .300 coming into tonight. He started all 32 for the Vols so far in 2025. 7 doubles, a triple, and 8 homers. Bounced up the middle. Espaillat gets to it, fires to second for the force, and retires Bargo. Espaillat showing the speed, ranging to his right. Fires to McIntosh for the force, and there's 1 down. So defense once again helping out Smith on the hill. Chapman aboard on the fielder's choice. 1 on, 1 out. As Chris Newstrom flares the first pitch down the right field line and foul. Chris Newstrom, the Tennessee freshman out of Phoenix, making start number 8 this year. He's appeared in now 18 games, hitting .429, a couple of doubles, 2 home runs as well to go along with 12 RBIs. 0-2. Newstrom out of second base. Tennessee still without Gavin Keelan, nursing a hamstring injury. Keelan trying to get back to full health, off to a red-hot start in 2025. Big part of the early success for the defending national champions. The senior, Will Smith, looking for strikeout number 1. His 1-2 is sprayed foul. Double play depth up the middle for the Hornets, as Newstrom awaits another 1-2. Bounce right off of Smith. His only play is to first, where Cruz makes the catch for out number 2. Oh, Taylor made double play up the middle, but Smith knocks it down and fires to first, picks up the sure out. Chapman advances to second. He's in scoring position with 2 out now for Jay Abernathy. He takes ball 1. Abernathy, another one of the talented freshmen in this Tennessee program out of Atlanta. 2-time state champ at North Cobb. Hitting .308 this year. 3 doubles, 8 runs batted in for the Tennessee left fielder. And he's got a runner in scoring position. Vols looking for their first hit of the night against the senior Will Smith. 1-2. Smith spins the 1-2. Strike 3 swinging. First punch out of the night for Will Smith. And he strands a runner in scoring position through 2 clean here in the state order. First pitch to Kyler McIntosh is skied high and left. Abernathy on the warning track makes the catch. Doesn't get much more efficient than that. Loud out number 1 for Bryson Thacker, making his 4th appearance of the season. All out of the bullpen, 2 2/3 innings of work for the redshirt freshman. 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. Thacker out of Rome, Georgia. And gets a swinging strike to Kelvin Augusto in the 9th spot. Thacker last pitched last Tuesday. An inning of work against Tennessee Tech where he struck out all 3. And he's got a couple of in-play outs here. Over to third. Bargo has it. 2 down. Back to the top of the Alabama State order. And Isaiah Landry, who's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And he takes ball 1 upstairs. Landry, the sophomore out of Pittsburgh, California. Clayton Valley High back in the first. Another high fly. Shallow center field. Newstrom on the way back. It's Ensley coming in. It makes the final out of the inning. So Breedlove enters and gets the final. Lost City Beach takes over. He'll face the 9, 1, and 2 spots in the order. Stone Lawless before Dean Curley at the top. Power making appearance number 11 this year. And his first pitch tonight is high for ball 1. 11th appearance, 9th now out of the bullpen for Power, who is 1-1 with a 5.7 ERA in 23 innings of work. He's got the most work out of anyone coming out of this Bama State bullpen. Has given up 15 earned runs in that 23 2/3 innings pitched, 15 walks to 19 strikeouts for the Southpaw. Tennessee catcher Stone Lawless in the driver's seat, 3 balls and no strikes. Lawless, the freshman, hitting .293. 15th start of the year for Stone Lawless, a Huntsville, Alabama native. Draws a walk on 4 pitches.
Now batting, the shortstop, Dean
Back to the top of the order, and Dean Curley, the standout shortstop for Tennessee. The sophomore 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch hit hard, foul. No balls and 1 strike. Curley grounded out to short his first time up. Preseason All-SEC and All-American. 0-2. On the 0-2, the California kid takes a ball. Still 1-2. Curley can certainly wear out the opposite field. He's got power to all quadrants of the ballpark. And has supreme power in that bat. 9 home runs this year. Evens the count at 2-2. Temps have cooled, shadows growing. With the lights on at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, the wind continues to blow out of the yard from left to right. Power looking for a punch out. Curley runs the count full. Now rally in the works. Back-to-back Tennessee singles. Just past McIntosh, the shortstop. Two on and 2 out for Andrew Fisher, who doesn't get cheated on his hacks and will attack early on the first pitch. And he takes the breaking ball outside. Fisher recently named a second-team mid-season All-American. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Lined into an inning double play back in the first. And now time called. Before that, the only other time they met was way back in 2016, almost a decade ago. Conference ends 2-0. Down and in. 3 balls and no strikes on Fisher. Does he have a 3-0 green light? Takes the slider, 3-1.
Now batting the third baseman, Dalton Bargo.
Fifth walk issued tonight by Alabama State pitching. 2 2-out singles and a walk have loaded the bases for Dalton Bargo. And he takes strike 1. Bargo walked his first time up. hitting .349 this year, and a clean .333 with runners in scoring position. Tennessee looking for the first runs of the game. It's a team that's hit 8 grand slams this year. And we're well on their way towards a record pace. Tennessee set the SEC record with 12 grand slams last year. The NCAA record is 14. That was set back in 2003. By Arizona State. But the Vols certainly love the long ball and can claim an early emphatic advantage. Green light count to Bargo. On the 3-1, Bargo loops it foul. Full count with the bases loaded and 2 out. The merry-go-round will spin on.
Now batting number 6, DeMarcus Smiley.
A leadoff runner aboard for the first time tonight for Alabama State. Double play depth up the middle now for DeMarcus Smiley. The thought about it. And holds off. Ball 1. DJ Smiley, the Alabama State catcher, senior out of Selma, Alabama. Began his college ball at Coastal Alabama Community College. Played a couple of years there before transferring to Grambling State last year, where he was part of the team that won the 2024 SWAC Baseball Championship. A key contribution behind the plate, starting 29 games. And now his first year in the Gold and Black in Montgomery, playing for Alabama State. Douglas, 3 stolen bases on the year over at first. It's a starting 9 that only has 13 total. Breaking ball over the heart, strike 2. Smiley 0 for 1. He lined out to left, first trip. And lays off the bender, 2-2. Breedlove, the experienced arm out of the pen, got his first taste of SEC play over the weekend. Looking for his first strikeout. And now the count runs full. On the payoff, Smiley will wait. I'd say Douglas dirties up the uniform, but the all-turf surface here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, outside of the mound. Third home run of the season for the freshman Chris Newstrom. He went down the line and hit it 393 feet over the porch. Here's Jay Abernathy, who takes a ball outside. Now, the New York Yankees started the MLB season with 3 home runs on 3 pitches. Tennessee back-to-back jacks on the first 2 pitches here in the 4th. as Abernathy tomahawks it foul. 1-1. A Tennessee offense that can get going and uncork at any time. Now 79 home runs on the year. On a cold night in Knoxville, given that it's the second week of April. Abernathy 0 for 1. He struck out his first time. One, two. Spoiled. Still a ball and 2 strikes on Jay Abernathy. It evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. First time Tennessee's hit back-to-back home runs in a couple of weeks. They did it against South Carolina back on March 30th. Now we'll have to ask the Crack Tennessee communication staff last time it happened on 2 pitches to start an inning. What a loud beginning to the 4th. And a 2-hit night for the redshirt freshman. Third multi-hit game of the season for Grimmer. And he's aboard with 1 out for Hunter Ensley. And Ensley takes a ball in the dirt. 1 for 1 tonight with a walk. He walked his first time, then singled last inning in the 3rd. The balls had stranded 6 base runners prior to the 4th. But it brought 4 runs across with just 1 out recorded. Leffler's 1-0. Doesn't miss by much. Good looking pitch there. Fastball at 87. But called a ball, 2-0. Fouled down the line, 2-1 on Hunter Ensley. Infield cloaked in shadows, rays of sunshine still stripe across the turfed outfield. On a cool Tuesday in Knoxville, 50 degrees, feels like it's a few degrees chillier. Wind still billowing out of the yard at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. And a good Tuesday crowd on hand. A Tennessee team that has rewritten the attendance records books here in 2025. Expanded capacity at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, which is still under construction, but added seats down the left field line and a revamped student section down the right field line. Has Tennessee 8th in the country in total attendance and 9th in average attendance. Actually set the single game attendance record last Friday, the Series O no-hit victory. Everybody crowding around the heaters tonight in the porch, still bathed in sunshine and trying to find some of that propane heat. Tennessee offense has brought the heat here in the 4th. Leffler back to work. He spins in a 2-2 in the dirt. For Tennessee. momentary lapse there. Skipped away from Smiley behind the plate. Associate head coach Drew Clark out to get an explanation, which was just that the Hornets fell asleep at the wheel for a moment. So now 2 in scoring position. Grimmer to third, Ensley at second. 1 ball and 1 strike on Andrew Fisher. Fouled down the first base line, 1-2. Fisher tonight 0 for 1 with a walk. He lined into a double play back in the first, walked and was stranded in the third. 3 home runs have led to 4 runs in the bottom of the fourth. Tennessee trying to keep pouring it on here at home. The 1-2. Smothered. Count runs full. McIntosh, the shortstop, shifted up the middle, just on the third base side of second. 3-2 on the way. In 18 innings of work, he's given up 14 earned runs on 27 hits, 11 walks to 8 strikeouts. 10th batter of the 3 ribbies in the inning for Newstrom. Now 15 on the year, and he makes it an 8-0 Tennessee lead. He's in scoring position for Jay Abernathy, who takes a strike on the inner half. Newstrom now with 3 doubles and 3 home runs this season. 6 of his 14 hits for extra bases. An impressive start for the Tennessee freshman. Nothing and 2 on Abernathy. 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second. Walked, stole a base, and scored earlier in the fourth, part of an 8-run outburst for the Volunteers. One, 2. Spins low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ill-timed train horn. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Newstrom was on the move at second. Train tracks off here in the distance. That was the equivalent of talking in someone's backswing right as Sanders was set to throw. We'll try it again. His 10th pitch is another 2-2. Strike 3 called. Got the breaking ball over the front half, and he picks up the strikeout. Sanders picks up the punch out, but Tennessee delivers a punch. First pitch of the 5th is a strike on the inner half to Alex Espaillat. 6-7-8 in the order for Alabama State, who now faces an 8-run deficit. Banky 1-0 with an 8.31 ERA. 4 1/3 innings of work. And quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Banky last pitched last week through 2/3 of an inning in that win over Tennessee Tech. Giving up 4 runs on 7 hits, 1 walk and 1 strikeout for the Tennessee junior. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wholesale defensive changes for Tennessee as well. I'll tell him after the 1-2. Strike 3, swinging. Benke gets Espaillat down on strikes. Second strikeout of the season went to the spinner.
Number 10, Lee Parmenter.
Chris Newstrom makes the move from second base out to center field. Out to left field, excuse me. Jay Abernathy now in center field. Hunter High, the new Tennessee right fielder. Manny Marin at short. Levi Clark comes in at first. One ball and 1 strike on Luke Parmentier in the 7th spot. Parmentier 0 for 1. Flied out to center field his first time up. All right, so one more time. Newstrom in left, Abernathy in center, High out in right. Bargo, Marin, Curley, Clark, third to first around the horn of the infield. Lawless frames it up behind the plate for Benke on the hill. There will be a test on that later. 3-1. Fly ball down the line. Clark chasing. He's got it. 2 down. Levi Clark into the game, navigates foul territory at Lindsey Nelson Stadium for the second out of the frame.
Now batting number 3, Tyler Tosh.
Kyler McIntosh, 0 for 1 tonight, digs back in. Goes after the first pitch. 2 bounces to Manny Marin, the new shortstop, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Benke on the hill. Halfway home, 4th inning. Great to have you along here on this cool Tuesday night. Mind Patel along with our wonderful SEC Network Plus crew. As Stone Lawless fouls away the first pitch of the 5th. Third all-time meeting between Alabama State and Tennessee. The Volunteers have a wonderful midweek record under Tony Vitello. And erupted for 8 runs in the 4th to take control of the ball game. Caleb Sanders back to work. He got the last 2 outs of the 4th for Alabama State. And we'll try to quiet things down against Stone Lawless and then the top of the order. 2 balls and a strike to Lawless, the Tennessee catcher. 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. And on the 2-1, Lawless yanks it foul 2-2. Dean Curley waits on deck. And then a bunch of new bats after that. Break-even offer. Pretty pitch. And a veteran take. 3-2. Isaiah Landry with a web gem in center field. Wow. What a play by Isaiah Landry. And allowed out number 1 in the 5th. Taking away extra bases from Lawless. Dean Curley takes ball 1 outside. Curley is 1 for 3 tonight, but the 1 was a loud one. Tied for the hardest hit home run of the season. That went the furthest of any long ball this year. And Tennessee's hit 80 of them. Came into the week second in the country in home runs, and the Vols have added 3 here tonight. 2-run blast from Curley, part of that 8-run fourth. On the 2-0, healthy Hack comes up empty. Just off the outside corner, 3-1. See if Sanders challenges Curley. Curley takes a strike. Outer third, 3-2. Another payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Caleb Sanders gets Curley to chase the high heat.
Now batting number 14, Blake Rimmer.
Two down here in the 5th. Blake Grimmer remains in the game as the designated hitter. And he takes a strike on the inner half, 0-1. 2 for 2 tonight with a walk. Grimmer responsible for 2 of the 7 Tennessee hits. And he scored 1 of the 8 runs. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. Redshirt freshman from Spring Lake, Michigan, looking for the first 3-hit game of his Tennessee career. Two and 2. Bags empty with 2 down here in the home 5th. Third sign. And the 2-2. One high hop to third. Parmentier across with it. It's a 1-2-3 fifth on the hill for Caleb Sanders. Out of Woodstock, Georgia, the lefty Michael Sharman making his 9th appearance of the season. 1-0 with a 4.5 ERA, 8 innings of work, 4 earned runs across on 7 hits, 2 walks to 10 strikeouts for Michael Sharman, the 5th volunteer pitcher tonight, who quickly finds strike 1 on Kelvin Augusto. 9-1-2 in the order for Alabama State. Tennessee with an 8-run lead. All 8 runs coming back in the home 4th. 1 ball and 1 strike on Augusto. The Bama State left fielder 0 for 1 and grounded out his first time up. Couple of defensive changes for Tennessee. Jay Abernathy playing his 3rd position of the night. Now moves to second base, which brings Dean Curley out of the ball game. Colby Backus enters as the new Tennessee center fielder. And Ariel Antigua into the ball game over at third. One down on the force out up the middle. Tony Vitello's out to make a pitching change for Tennessee. So Sharman hits a batter, gets it out on the fielder's choice, and will exit the game with 1 out here in the 6th. New arm coming into the contest for the Volunteers will face the reigning SWAC Freshman of the Year, Juan Cruz, on the other side. The year, all in relief. Hundley 2-0, 3.12 ERA, and 8 2/3 innings of work, 3 earned runs on 9 hits, 3 walks to 10 strikeouts for the redshirt sophomore. He faces Juan Cruz, who takes strike 1. Cruz tonight 0 for 2, has flied out twice. Came in pacing the Hornets offense, hitting .440, entering the ball game. Isaiah Landry over at first on the fielder's choice. Does have speed. He leads the team 7 stolen bases in 8 tries. Cruz found the gap. Newstrom lost the handle, but it was Antigua with a quick turn. And a 7-5-2 relay to the plate, 2nd out of the inning. Just like that, 2 down for Cameron Douglas, who takes ball 1. Douglas 1 for 2 tonight. He's got 1 of the 3 Alabama State hits. 4th inning single. Hundley grooves a strike. 1-1. Two balls and a strike here on Cameron Douglas, the right fielder. Hundley did throw 1/3 of an inning last week against Tennessee Tech. Midweek philosophy for Tony Vitello has really been get as many arms as he can into the ball game. A frisbee-like slider there, 2-2. Tony Vitello now in his 8th year leading Tennessee, reigning national champions. And the 2-2 from Hundley will have to wait. Cruz back safely. Another 2-2. Strike 3, got the sword. Austin Hundley picks up a strikeout and finishes off a clean inning. And out on the base pass and a strikeout at the plate. Tennessee strands a 18th appearance of the season, the most used arm out of the bullpen. 0-1 this year with an 11.77 ERA. The junior out of Seneca, Kansas, transfer from KC Community College. As the sidewinder deals strike 1. 17 earned runs in 13 innings of work. 20 hits have yielded that 11.77 ERA, 12 walks and 17 strikeouts for Bart Koski. And he faces Manny Marin for the first time tonight. Marin came on defensively a couple innings ago, the Tennessee freshman out of Hialeah, Florida. .290 hitter. Marin has started 20 games this year for the Vols, now in his 28th game of action. 5 doubles, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs for Marin. Who on the 2-1 offer takes ball 3. Manny Marin, Hunter High, Colby Backus due up here for Tennessee. All getting their first at-bats of the night. 3-1 to Marin. 3-2. Bartkowski's payoff pitch. Inside. Caught a piece of Marin, was going to be ball 4 regardless. So leadoff runner aboard. Sidewinder.
Now batting number
Came inside
15,
on Marin.
Hunter High.
So Marin aboard for the Vols. As Hunter High bats for the first time tonight. The sophomore Lipscomb transfer. And High takes ball 1. Hunter High 2 for 8 this year at the plate, so a .250 batting average. Now his 12th game of the year off the bench, came on a couple innings ago defensively. And he takes outside 2-0. Sophomore out of Creve Hall, Tennessee. And a Lipscomb Academy product out of the mid-state. Both years here down in the orange and white, part of that national championship roster a year ago, and now getting some action in early April. 3 balls and no strikes. Free passes and home runs plague the Hornets here tonight. 3-0 is a called strike. All 8 runs came across in the 4th for Tennessee. 3 home runs and a 2 RBI double. Part of the 8-run onslaught. As High fouls it away, 3-2. Payoff home. High takes ball 4.
Now batting number 20, Colby Backus.
10th walk tonight drawn by Tennessee, and to go along with a hit by pitch. And it puts 2 on with nobody out for Colby Backus. Colby Backus hits for the first time here tonight. And takes a ball outside. Backus, a redshirt senior out of the Tri-Cities, Johnson City, Tennessee. 3rd year now for the Big Orange after he started at JUCO Powerhouse just east of here in Morristown. Walter State, he was a star outfielder for the Senators. Part of a team that went 61-7, finished third in the nation at the JUCO World Series. He was a second-team All-American there. Then transferred to Tennessee with 3 years of eligibility remaining. Part of a national title team a year ago and came back for his 5th and final year of eligibility. So Backus and now an out called at first.
Now batting, number 30, Levi Clark.
So Backus is erased off the base pass. It was the second base umpire, Aaron Davis, who made the call that Backus was out at first. So the bases are empty and there are 2 down for Levi Clark. As the freshman takes ball 1. Marin over at third. 2-0 on Clark. Still unclear with the ruling there. Didn't see the motion for Backus. Ball 3 to Clark. Quick work by our crew getting that replay up. Maybe touched the wrong bag, the phantom bag, not exactly sure. Officially ruled a double play. The call came in late from the second base umpire. It's the 3rd double play of the night turned by this Bama State defense. As Clark takes a strike. 3-1. Levi Clark got off to a scorching start. First-team freshman midseason All-American for Tennessee. He's hit a .349, 6 home runs in his debut campaign. Now 3-2. From Marietta, Georgia, Walton High product. Clark hitting .349 this year as a true freshman.
Now batting number 4, Alex Espinal.
Loud homer out to right field for Espinal. No balls and 1 strike to Alex Espaillat. On the appeal, no appeal, he went around regardless. Quickly 0-2. Espaillat 1 for 2 tonight. And now 1 for 3. Second strikeout for Combs.
Now batting number 10, Lee Permenter.
Base is empty and 2 down. Luke Parmentier. Oh for 2 tonight. And on the 1-0, Parmentier takes ball 2. Alabama State second in the SWAC in home runs. Now in front of the wall.
1 run and 1 hit, no errors, and no 1 left.
Home run from Wilbert to the hill. Javon Christian making his 9th appearance of the season as the right-hander's first offer to Chris Newstrom is hit hard to left field. Augusto is there and makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch for Javon Christian. As it gets Chris Newstrom to fly out. Christian's 9th appearance. He's 0-1, 8.1 ERA, 10 innings of work, 9 earned runs on 11 hits, 11 walks to 6 strikeouts for the senior out of Troy, Alabama, who transferred in from Shelton State Community College. Jay Abernathy corks it down the line, tailing foul. Abernathy 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. He scored one of the 8 Tennessee runs, but a couple of strikeouts for the freshman at the plate as well, looking for his first base knock of the ball game. And an 0-2 hole here. Christian fires. Off the plate, 1-2. On the 1-2, Abernathy spoils it foul. Alabama State 9-3 in the SWAC. That is 4th in the conference standings right now, which is where they were picked to finish in the preseason. Coming off a big sweep of Alabama A&M over the weekend. And they'll head home to Montgomery at the Wheelers-Watkins Baseball Complex to begin a 3-game set with Jackson State over the weekend. Plenty of big midweek RPI games for Alabama State this season. They played Alabama in Tuscaloosa, have a win over the Missouri Tigers. Missouri 0-12 in SEC play this season. Put up 9 runs against the top 15 program in Auburn. And still have a midweek against the Troy Trojans, who are a top 25 program, in addition to tonight's game against Tennessee. All building towards the SWAC baseball tournament at Rickwood Field, historic Rickwood Field in Birmingham at the end of May. Trying to get the auto bid to the NCAA tournament and make it back to the big baseball dance for the first time since 2022. Another 3-2 on the way to Abernathy. In the dirt, ball 4. And Abernathy walked for the 2nd time tonight.
Now batting, number 27, Stone Lawless.
1 on, 1 out for Stone Lawless. Middle infield pinch at double play depth. Lawless 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Struck out and flied out. Runners stay put. Pitch is spoiled. Antigua, highly rated recruit coming out of Trinity Christian Academy down in Florida. Was rated the number 34 shortstop in the country. Also played basketball down there. Runners go, pitch is fouled away. He's had ACL and meniscus surgery in the past, growing up. But brings a lot of energy off the bench for Tennessee. Actually came on as a substitution in the final 2 games of the College World Series Finals last year. On the way to the first national championship in program history. Has shown good poise and a good battle here against Javon Christian, whose 20th pitch of the 7th. And the side is retired.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runs.
No runs across for Tennessee. Crabtree has pitched well out of the bullpen for Tennessee. Now his 8th appearance, 7th out of the pen. He's 1-0 with a 2.89 ERA. 9 1/3 innings of work. He's given up just 1 earned run. Check that, 3 earned runs in the 9 1/3 innings of work on 5 hits, 2 walks to 12 strikeouts. For Thomas Crabtree, the sophomore right-hander out of Collierville, Tennessee. 8-9-1 for the Hornets. As Kyler McIntosh grounds it to third, Ariel Antigua across the diamond, 1 down. McIntosh now 0 for 3 tonight.
Now batting number 2, Kelvin Augusto.
It'll bring up Kelvin Augusto in the 9th spot. Augusto 0 for 1. He's grounded out and been hit by a pitch. Good breaking ball from Crabtree, 0-1. That one 12-6 in at 77 on the radar gun. Right back to it, 78 outside corner, 0-2. Billy triple dip on the breaker. Just missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Humming in at 92 off the right arm of Thomas Crabtree, who's 1-2. Is inside 2-2. Alabama State 4 for 24 offensively tonight. First strikeout for Crabtree. Augusto down on K's. That's the 8th for the Volunteer pitching staff.
Now batting number 1, Isaiah Landry.
Top of the order, Isaiah Landry for the 4th time tonight. Walk, strikeout, and a fielder's choice. He is 0 for 2. And in an 0-2 hole. Crabtree trying to make quick work of the inning. Is 0-2. Is spoiled into the seats where the fans are there. Oh, it's in and out of the glove. Let's try it again. 0-2. I mean, that was right in row 1. Young fan had the glove out, had a beat on it. But you know what? It had some weird spin. It was in the lights, easy to lose it. 0-2 again. It is outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Crabtree looking for back-to-back remain. Temperatures in the low 40s here, but the wind has died down as Jose Almazan takes over. 5th appearance this year for Almazan, the right-handed senior. No record, 14.73 ERA. Just 3 2/3 innings of work. But he's given up 6 runs on 8 hits. 3 walks to 2 strikeouts. And he falls behind 2-0 to Blake Grimmer. Almazan, the senior, out of Araru, Venezuela. Started his collegiate career at John Wood Community College before making the trek to Montgomery last year. Now his 2nd year with the Hornets. 3-0 on Grimmer. Freshman DH, couple of hits tonight. Also a walk and a ground out. 2 for 3, but he's been aboard twice, 3 times, and scored one of the 8 runs, which all came back in the 4th inning. 3-0 pitch is a strike, 3-1. Almazan, a stretch specialist. Walked Grimmer.
Now batting number 4.
Tennessee has now drawn 13 walks tonight. It's really been the Achilles heel of this Hornets pitching staff. So 13 walks and a hit batsman. We'll call it 14 free passes. Manny Marin with 1 on, nobody out in the 8th. Take strike 1. Marin has one of those 14 free passes. He got hit by a pitch on his first offensive attempt. That was back in the 6th. 8 runs on just 7 hits tonight for Tennessee, but 13 walks. Balls have stranded 8 tonight. A couple of well-timed double plays have certainly helped the Hornets pitching staff get out of some of the trouble they have caused. Almazan getting valuable experience against the number 5 team in the country. Trying to claw his way back. 2-1 to Marin. 2-2. On the 2-2, Manny Marin lifts it high in the air. Foul ground, right side. Couple of guys giving chase. It's off the net. Cruz looked like he was there. Just got the top of that netting down the first base side. Still 2-2 on Marin. Another break-even offer from Almazan. Yanked foul right off the facade. So a good battle from Marin. And now in this revamped batting 9 for Tennessee, there are 6 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a senior in the batting 9. Marin, one of those freshmen, part of this highly rated freshman class for Tony Vitello. 2-2 in the dirt. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a freshman class rated 6th in the country as a recruiting class to go along with the number 4 transfer class. So the national champions who lost so much of their offensive engine and even innings on the mound retooled and reloaded here in 2025. Tennessee certainly well on its way towards the postseason again, but a tough series against Ole Miss, still a road series against LSU. Auburn will come to Rocky Top. Never a weekend off in the SEC. On the 9th pitch, Marin pops a foul. Cruz drifting over towards the wall. He's got it. Of the season. He's actually started 4 games for the Hornets. 1-2 this year, 12.74 ERA, 17 2/3 innings of work. Has given up 25 runs on 29 hits, 15 walks, and 12 strikeouts for Christensen, who faces Hunter High. Jackson Christensen, the junior out of Pocatello, Idaho. The pride of Pocatello, all-area player of the year there. It was actually all-conference at Highland High School. Played a couple years at the College of Southern Idaho before transferring to Parkland Community College. 4 starts and 12 appearances last year for PCC, 4.61 ERA for Christensen. Now playing D1 ball in the SWAC with Alabama State, ready for the stretch run of the season. 3 balls and no strikes on High. Second plate appearance of the evening for Hunter High. Came on as a defensive replacement back in the 5th. And he walked his first trip in the 6th by the Volunteers.
Now batting number 20, Colby Backus.
Colby Backus represents the winning run. On the first pitch, he takes ball 1. Oh for 1, grounded into a double play. His first time up. Ahead on the breaking ball. Ball and a strike on Backus. Christensen's 1-1 offering here. Spins down and out. 2 balls and a strike. Fans remaining, many of them on their feet. As Backus lays off the breaker, 3-1. Backus can barrel him. We'll see what he gets to hit on the 3-1 pitch. Good pitching from Christensen. Wild pitch. 2 in scoring position. And a well-placed base hit could walk it off on what's been a very productive night for Chris Newstrom. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Out ahead of the off speed. Two 2-1. 3 balls and a strike. Christensen just trying to find the zone here. Be a tough night to get the grip on a chilly night in Knoxville. Deep breath for the junior. Green light count. Body's safe. High scores. Clark to third. And the winning run is 90 feet away for Tennessee.
Now batting number 8, Jay Abernathy.
Ruled as a hit, the third of the night for Newstrom. A 10-1 Tennessee lead. Jay Abernathy. At the plate for the fifth time, 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. And stolen a base and big caught stealing. Base hit here ends the game. Juan Cruz finishes the night 1 for 4. Has given up 3 earned runs in 3 2/3 innings of work, 7 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts for the freshman out of Elk Grove, California, as he fires a strike to Cameron Douglas. So Abraham on to try and secure the victory. One ball and 1 strike. Cam Douglas 1 for 3, single back in the 4th, sandwiched by a couple of strikeouts. On the 1-1, Douglas did not go on the appeal, 2-1. Abraham last pitched back on March 25th, got the final out of the ball game against Queens. Grooves it in there for a strike, 2-2. Freshman who played at Franklin High School out in Elk Grove, California. 2-2. Down and out. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Smiley's aboard on the fielder's choice. It was a clean turn from Abernathy to Marin. The throw
Now
not a good one.
Wilbert Espinal.
And gets away. So it brings up Wilbert Espinal, who came on to pinch hit back in the 7th and launched a home run over the right field wall. Espinal responsible for the lone run of the night. Big hack there. It's empty. 0-1. Alabama State down to its final out. And now down to its final strike. Fans bringing the noise for Nick Abraham, trying to secure the victory. His 0-2. Cute foul. Abraham trying to end the night with a strikeout. Espinal stays alive. Another 0-2 offer. Center field and deep. Backus on his horse. On the run towards... And it's a 10-2 game.
Now batting number 4, Alex Espinal.
That was hit to the deepest part of this ballpark. Wilbert Espinal showing off the pop. A solo homer and an RBI double off the bench. As Alex Espaillat tries to keep this game going. Espaillat 1 for 3 tonight, singled back in the second. 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. Nick Abraham gets the final 2 outs of the contest, including a heads-up play to end it. And Tennessee picks up the win. 10-2 is your final. So the Volunteers, with the victory, improved to 29-4 on the season, and will head to Ole Miss on the weekend.